Genghis Khan was one of the world's greatest and most well-known rulers. He was born on the banks of the Onon River in 1162, and his death is thought to have occurred on August 18 of 1227. Although the details remain unconfirmed, he was the founder of the Mongol Empire, which went on to become the largest ever contiguous empire. He was a political statesman and a military genius, and he successfully united many nomadic tribes under his leadership. So today we are here with a list of top 12 curious facts about this remarkable Mongol ruler.
Subscribe to our channel by clicking the subscribe button. Click the bell button and enjoy the latest uploads from our channel.
First, we have his real name. The answer to the above question is no. Genghis Khan's real name was Temujin, meaning blacksmith. The title Genghis Khan was not given to him until 1206 when he was declared the Mongol leader by the Kyoto Tribal Council. The name Khan was given to reflect his status as leader, but the real meaning of the word Genghis is still unclear. Some historians believe it means supreme or universal ruler. Another we have are there images or pictures of him. You may have seen some of his images on the internet or in books, but there are not true depictions of him. There are no records which describe exactly how he looked, so very little about his physical appearance is known to historians. The reason behind this is that none of his sculptures survived. However, according to many historians and writers, he was a tall, strong man with long hair and a beard, and with a great personality. The most curious description of Genghis Khan came from a historian called Rashid al-Din, who clearly stated that he had green eyes and red hair. And the most amazing thing about this description is that he never actually met the great ruler, yet confidently claimed to know so much about him. Number 3 is that he practiced religious tolerance. It's an amazing fact which separates him from many other ancient rulers. Many of the other rulers maintained a strict religious bias, but this was not true of Genghis Khan. He awarded religious freedom to all of his territories, and on a personal level, the Greek Khan was very spiritual. He was prayed in his tent before important campaigns and had meetings with the leaders of different religions to discuss the common interests of their kingdoms and faiths, and his tolerance was believed to be politically motivated, as he thought that a contended kingdom would be less likely to stage a rebellion. Number 4. Mystery death. Exactly when and how Genghis Khan's great rule came to an end remains a mystery. A few sources claim he died in 1227 by falling from a horse, while other sources deny this fact. One source claimed that his death was due to malaria, and the guessing game surrounding his death continues to this day. His tomb is situated near a Mongolian mountain but bears no inscription. Number 5. A difficult childhood. Right from the word go, Genghis Khan had many challenges to face in life. His father was poisoned and killed when he was just 9 years old. His tribe left his mother to raise her 7 children alone without any support. He spent his childhood hunting for survival, and there are some reports that he killed his own brother on an argument over food. Genghis Khan endured many hardships, including slavery, before becoming a great ruler, and his huge bravery saw him through many of these ups and downs. After he came to power, he started to form alliances with other tribes and build his empire, and by 1206 he had consolidated himself as an able leader, and his conquest continues. Number 6. His generals were his former enemies. Khan was a great talent scout and easily able to identify any skilled and experienced man to become one of his officers. There is a fascinating story about one of his enemies who tried to kill Khan in a battle but just missed his mark. At the end of the battle, Khan addressed the enemy troops, the Taihutsu tribe, and asked who it was that had tried to kill him. One man bravely stood up and admitted the attack. Later, Genghis offered that soldier a highly respectable position as an officer in his army. The soldier was nicknamed Arrow after the weapon he had used in trying to kill Khan. Number 7. He was not afraid of destruction. It is said that Khan always gave his opponent the opportunity to surrender to Mongolian rule first, but did not shy away from attacking those who hesitated. One example of such was when the Khwarezmid Empire did not agree to the terms of Mongol rule and instead broke a treaty. In retaliation, Khan mobilized his army with one aim in mind: to destroy the Khwarezmid Empire at any cost. Initially, Khan offered a trade agreement to the king, but Khan's emissaries were murdered. This further stroked his rage, and he launched a full attack on the Khwarezmid kingdom in Persia. What followed was a great war in which many Persians lost their lives. He did not stop after destroying the kingdom of Khwarezmid. He had other scores to settle. As part of his attack on the Persian kingdom, he asked the troops from the Tangut from the western Shah region of China to support him. They refused, and Genghis ordered the execution of a royal family as a punishment for their disloyalty. Number 8. Responsible for millions of deaths. Exactly how many deaths Genghis Khan was responsible for is quite hard to determine, but some historians claim the number to be somewhere around 40 million, or about 3/4 of today's population of Iran. Many of these deaths occurred during the war with the Khwarezmid empires. Statisticians claim his death toll might have reduced the population of the world by almost 11%. Despite its great contribution as a leader, the enormous loss of life during his reign was always throw a shadow over his rule. Number 9. First international postal system. Genghis Khan was the very first person to create an international postal system to enhance his communication network. He introduced the Yam service, which used mounted couriers to deliver mail. The riders were fast and their desk breaks every few miles they could cover up to 200 miles a day. This incredible system proved to be count eyes and ears, and he could obtain all of the information he needed just by sitting on his throne. The entire system was so well designed that the transfer of goods became far too easy, and Yam could keep track of political and military issues and also establish contact with the spies of the kingdom. It acted as a security during the visit of foreign dignitaries as well. This technology, which was first created and used by Khan, was also used by the famous explorer Marco Polo. Number 10. A great tactician. Genghis Khan was a skillful tactician. His reign was highly organized and stable. His military used spy networks to detect and head off any threats to his rule. And Genghis Khan is generally considered to have built a great and strong Mongolia with a supervision and genius. 11. Justice was his primary concern. Genghis Khan was well known for his sense of justice among the Mongolians. He had a unique perspective and way of seeing things that set him apart from the intellectuals of their time. He was loyal to the kingdom in every possible way, but his sense of justice wasn't only limited to the kingdom, he also applied it to his own son. In order to avoid any further conflict or wars between them, he ensured that after his death, the empire was divided equally among them. Due to his vision and wisdom, he made his way into the hearts of millions of people in his kingdom. At last, number 12, Soviet attempt to eradicate his legacy. Genghis Khan became a national hero. Being a Mongolian Empire's greatest king, he is also seen as the father figure for Mongolia, having greatly advanced their nation, but the Soviets, who came to power in the 20th century, tried to eradicate his name from the history books, believing his legacy to be a great threat to their leadership. They banned people from uttering his name, and in a bid to stamp out all traces of him, the Soviet removed him from all books and school texts. They didn't stop there. They also restricted people from making any pilgrimages to his birthplace. However, this is no longer the case. When the Mongolians regained independence in the 1990s, they restored Genghis Khan's name as the greatest ruler in the illustrious history, and since then Khan has been widely represented as an art and popular culture, and the nation's central airport has been named after him. Even today, the currency of Mongolia bears his image, and the people revere their great ruler in impossible respect without reference to his bloodthirsty reputation. Due to his leadership abilities, he will always be immortalized as one of the world's greatest rulers, not least in the hearts and minds of the Mongolian people. So that's it for now. Till next time.